What's up, everybody? We are back for the Align Movement Podcast, special edition outside in the sun. God dang, it's hot on this end of the table, but the boys on video are not feeling so hot.
Yeah, I can't move very suddenly.
It looks like the ice is already gone. Y'all got any more ice in the trunk?
Hey, dude,
It did
that's
its
seven.
job.
That's 7 bags right there to the face.
Bags.
It did its job.
It's crazy how
What's-
fast they melt.
What was that? It was on like Zoe 101 or one of those shows. The popular song was 5 Fingers to the Face.
Oh yeah, 5 fingers to the face. Dude, Zoe 101. That was like the show your mom almost didn't want you to watch.
It was definitely borderline as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I remember it.
We're talking about Borderline. It got canceled because the main star got pregnant.
Yeah, well, that happens.
That's true. I'm actually thinking of.
They were grown in the show though, you know.
It was Victorious.
Acting like kids.
Victorious was
Aw.
5 Fingers to the face. That's
That-
what
yeah,
that
you're
was.
right.
Yep.
Zoe 101 was just another kind of girl. We went in when we lived in the Find Out house in college. We rewatched all Drake and Josh. We rewatched.
Oh, man.
Those are good.
Yeah, all the Drake and Josh were so good. It was before its time.
Well, if you don't know already, we have 2 guests with us today on the Align Movement Podcast. We have Hassan,
Hey, what's up?
and we got Satchel because he's in the tub.
It's the only reason.
It's the only
The
reason.
only reson I was invited. I
We-
bought the ice.
We trapped him in the tub, so that doesn't sound weird at all.
It sounds like no, I can't make that joke anymore. Can't do that person.
All right, so what's going on? How did Align Movement classes wrap up this week? How were they in the big gym?
They were fantastic. They were. We saw some light bulbs go off in the forms of muscle ups being completed.
What up, Ted?
Ted hit a muscle up.
Ted hit a
My
muscle up.
God, Ted.
That is crazy.
Um,
Crazy stuff.
Then we had our snatches. So we had a snatch balances, trying to figure out how to sit back for the first time ever. Some
Yeah.
people learn how to get a bar overhead the right way.
Some people in Dogtown today were still working on
Yeah.
sitting back.
Have I told y'all my story about Ted? When I saw him at the ballpark.
No.
So I'm out there to umpire, and I have basically no idea what's going on. I don't really expect to see anybody I know. And then I see this just masculine, awesome dad over there throwing BP, and it was just like this moment. I was like, Ted is an awesome dad. You know, just throwing gas at these kids.
I think this is week 2. Ted got a shout out for his role as pitcher for the Coach Pitch
Yeah.
League.
I was like, freaking Ted over there just killing it.
Ted threw, I'm going to assume a 9-inning shutout with a handlebar mustache to his kids the
Yeah.
other day.
It was like, the way I reference it, it was to that movie with James Franco when the parents come to see him and the
Yeah.
dad starts to chainsaw and he's like, yeah! He's like, I love dads. And I just saw Ted. I was like, that's freaking awesome. It's like something I was like, something I could, like, dude, what a beast.
I couldn't throw pitches to my guys when I was playing ball. I couldn't imagine trying to throw them to like 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
Loves those
Ted
things
just
up there.
Kaying them up. Which is something way cooler than weightlifting, you know? Just being a dad.
That's yeah, you never know.
So who did the weightlifting was 5x3 snatch?
Yeah, what was the breakdown on the snatch
The
movement?
5x3
Snatch balance?
snatch balance, and
That's a lot of snatch
then 5x3
balances.
snatch pulls. So
Who-
it went
You like
from
keep
the
it
top
close?
and then the bottom.
That's,
Yes, so kind of the breakdown of the programming for the main class is we're trying to take the same intelligent-ish approach. I say ish because we're breaking it up a little bit. The same approach we take if we were to bring someone in brand new to weightlifting and teach top down, which is what USA Weightlifting recommends. But since we're on a kind of a condensed time because we have to move on to something else, we can't snatch every day with our main class. So we're doing a top down, bottom up. So we're handling the snatch balance, push presses, things like that, and part of the strength, and then we're lift off, pulls, and this week we're gonna go ahead and unveil it. But I guess we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna turn some bars over, right?
Yeah, we got
Yes.
so low hang snatches. We're gonna grip and rip and see what happens to a point.
Don't grip it and rip it.
always.
Yeah, I got some videos coming out about Satchel.
Snatchel.
Grip.
You got that from
That
me.
slipped. That was Freudian.
You wouldn't believe how many videos how many people responses I get back. The people think they're clever. But when I post a video of me snatching, they like snatch. I'm like, ooh, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
You know? Or someone's like, your name is Satchel, like the bag. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so clever.
Like 4 people before I left the
Yeah,
gym
like,
didn't call me
oh my
Snatchel.
gosh. And they're like, I'll say something smart aleck like that, and then like, really, I'm the first one. I'm like, nah, dude, you're like 10,000th in line.
Today.
Yeah, today. What do y'all think the most beneficial movement for the snatch is?
Explosiveness.
Most beneficial movement for the snatch depends
What you
on
have to say too.
what you suck at in the snatch or what you're not good at. Suck at, that was aggressive. So for some people, that high pull is really important. Like if they know how to turn the bar over and they're comfortable catching it in the squat, then some of those, like the snatch balance is still a beneficial movement, but if their problem's not getting under the bar, then that movement loses some of its oomph. But for other people, keeping that bar tight off the hips hard. Like today, we were looking at your max effort, and it was, every third one you'd pop that thing away from you a little bit, and so for you, like you have no problems in the overhead. That's not like snatch balances. We still do a lot of them because we need that stability in the bottom, trying to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
But as far as like someone walking off the street, I think probably either the snatch balance or like a big snatch high pull, something like that.
I think that the reason my snatch is somewhat good now is because of all the snatch balances we've done. That's why I think that I'm comfortable in that position.
Earlier this summer, we did a squat cycle, and we supplemented, or in the programming, I supplemented out snatches for 1 or 2 days a week, and we did a bunch of snatch balances early on.
When I see a snatch balance in a complex now, I used to be like, oh my gosh, like I'm never
so long under the bar.
Yeah, well, I just never thought. I was like, that's the one I'm gonna have to worry about hitting. I don't worry about hitting that anymore.
Yeah, it's a tough movement too, though, especially if you're not comfortable bracing the core and doing some very specific things. So the fact that we had people successfully do it in the main class is pretty cool.
It's crazy once you get heavy with the snatch how such a little error will make you miss.
Yeah,
such a little error.
That's why it's hard. When we were talking about new lifters, as a coach, you have to balance how fast is too fast to go up in weight, but at the same time, like, okay, you can take an empty barbell and you can do 10 perfect power snatches.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, can you do it with 5 more pounds on it? Can you do it with 10 kilos? Like, it depends on a lot of things, but it is tough to kind of break that down. That's why we've started. Dogtown has, unless you come in and you're a lifter and you can exhibit that on day one, we've got a 3-week build up where we're slowly adding weight to the bar. If you have history, if you have no history with it, it's a completely different thing. But Phoebe just finished it today.
Phoebe has. Shout out. Phoebe.
Yeah, she crushed that.
Stupid potential.
Yeah, and she got crazy strong in the first 3 weeks. Yeah. I don't know if she sees it, and she might, and I just don't know. But like today, she was doing strict presses with 75 pounds, which that's nothing to.
That's not easy for me
to turn your nose up at. And when she came in, the bar for multiple reps at strict press was tough, and she hit that today, no problem. So, yeah, pretty cool to see. Getting strong in there. What's your most important movement, you think?
Probably for me, I know I have a problem being on my toes and getting out in front.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Snatch balance.
Helps quite a bit. And then I also have a problem just thinking, oh, well, if I just drop really fast, then I'll be good to go. So pulling high, or getting the snatch pulls and pulling from the hip.
Yeah, I think one thing I've noticed in the last 2 years of working with lots of moderate to intermediate lifting people, or people who know what the snatch and the clean and jerk are but don't have the history with doing the movements very much. They see on YouTube or they see on Instagram, a Chinese lifter just bottom out a snatch, and they're like, oh, that's what you got to do.
Beautiful.
But what they don't see is the 20 minutes of warm-up where that guy controlled that barbell into that catch position perfectly for an hour before he hit that 160 snatch and just bottomed that thing out and threw it overhead.
Did y'all see that new junior kid?
The 19-year-old?
Set the records?
Yeah.
What a freak.
Lou's company posted as like the next sensation. Just straight
Really?
up, yeah.
Wouldn't that be so, like, you've been working hard, and then you get a shout out from Lou.
I mean,
Is
yeah.
your life complete after that?
The equivalent for like an American sport would be like if Tom Brady gave you the stamp of approval as
Yeah.
quarterback, or Michael Jordan
Michael
said,
Jordan said, "You're a good basketball player." You'd be like,
"Yeah, you're the next it."
yeah,
Yeah.
If Lou says something about
But
it.
yeah, that's the same thing in China for those kids. So that's super cool to see that. It was definitely impressive. You should go back and watch if you haven't seen that. Lu Xiaojin Barbell.
For me, I think the most beneficial movement to improve my snatch was the snatch balance, and now I think it's the power snatch. The power snatch, I have seen some seriously drastic improvements in it recently, and that it helps my snappiness and my turnover under the bars. I feel like it just drastically improved.
Yeah, it's something on your videos I noticed the other day when I was watching. Pull strength, you've always had it because you were kind of brutishly strong to start with, but now focusing on that movement, the power snatch,
Yeah.
You're pulling the bar so much higher in the snatch, which has allowed you to jump some weights up. You were at like 240, and that was kind of tough.
I
And
hit,
now-
I hit 245 that day. Remember that day I hit it? I didn't even get close to it for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. And now, in the last
Yeah.
2 weeks, we've done a bunch of powers, bunch of complexes with pulling, and you've gone 242, 254, now 262 today.
Yeah.
So,
I don't even
big
feel,
jumps.
I'm not even. Even when I hit that 245, I would still miss 220 consistently. I would miss 235 consistently. I never got close to 242 again, but like, I just did a near perfect lift when I had the 242. But now it's like, I feel after all that work, I feel great going up to 242. It's just like that shows all the work.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I don't miss much to then.
Yeah, it's pretty, it's been cool to watch. It's been interesting to see the little things in the gaming in your brain to get the lifts up as fast as they've gone up, which they've got to. You've got big goals for 2021, and at this point we got to be about where we're at to get close to achieving what we're trying to. So
Shout out to all the U25
Yeah,
going for it. It's like when we mentioned going, everybody else was like, I want to go.
yeah,
I want to go.
thank God.
I want to go. And now everybody's working hard. Like, man, we could really go there and put a line movement on the map.
Yeah,
Knock that barbell on the map.
the U25 talent here is
Like, where did these kids come from?
it's fun. It's
Yeah,
cool.
It's so much
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun.
It's like the Umbrella Academy.
Are you under 25 years of age? Do you want to compete nationally in weightlifting? We've got somewhere.
Holler at us.
Now, I will say this: we talk
National
all
champion.
about the U25 and the youth guys. We still coach lots of people. So if you're not U25 or
Are you over the age of 25?
yeah, do you like weightlifting? No, but it's cool. So what's up? Other than snatches this week, what's Align Movement doing? What's the main gym doing?
We have got a couple sprints coming up this week.
Sprints are always good.
We had a sprint today with a guy first ever CrossFit workout. First ever.
Oh, I saw that.
Shout out Ty Dunn. So I'm gonna make you go listen to this at school tomorrow. One of my fellow teachers.
Hey, Lisa?
At Lisa.
How did that assault bike treat him?
Not well.
They didn't treat anybody well.
It lives up to the name.
Assault bike
So
never
we-
treats you well.
No.
We scaled
Never.
accordingly, as always. But it made me think, like, the question came up in my mind, all these people that are nervous about functional fitness, they see CrossFit Games, which is coming up this weekend.
Is it this
see
weekend?
all
You
the-
said it was this
I
weekend,
thought it
last
was
weekend
weekend.
too. It is this
It's a
coming
scratch
weekend though.
But you see all the just ginormously ripped 0% body fat looking guys throwing weights overhead, playing on rings, all sorts of things. What did you wish you knew about functional fitness before you started? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you were curious about functional fitness, but you were a little intimidated, anything like that, what was that one thing you wish you knew that would have got you in here a little sooner?
Barbell movements.
Barbell
No doubt.
movements?
No doubt.
Just being comfortable with the
They
barbell?
really
Yes.
help.
I felt like before I came here, I looked like an idiot trying to snatch or clean and jerk. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I feel like that's something. I feel like CrossFit shied away from the barbell a little bit,
Yeah.
but
I think they did on purpose. So I think my answer was when I came into. So I did CrossFit like a really long time ago, like in one of the first affiliates in Arkansas, and then didn't do it for probably 10 years or close to it, and then started doing it again about 4 years ago. But I came in out of the endurance side. I wasn't doing any strength at that time, which is hilarious now, but I was doing long form endurance. And so things like just how technical things are, but how approachable like a handstand actually is. My first day I did a handstand.
Yeah.
And that
That's intimidating.
I wasn't overly strong, but like once you have someone, and it's important to have a coach who breaks it down too. Like if you just walk into a random gym, they're like, "Yep, handstands, go."
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're screwed. But
Let's see what you got.
and that's a sad thing for a lot of people in fitness.
Go up there.
That's a sad thing for a lot of people that go to gyms where they don't have a skill section, where they don't break things down, don't have group warm up. Like you're missing that out. That's why our program. So we know that not everybody warms up the same. In Dogtown, we don't warm up together at all.
Nope.
But that's a completely different thing. We know while we're there.
But it was taught how to warm up.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
When every member comes in, we have the warm up. There is the Dogtown warm up if you're so inclined to do it.
Shout out GoWad.
Yeah,
GoWad's
GoWad's
awesome.
pretty dope too. It's not on GoWad, but GoWad's awesome. But
A line movement is just so.
yeah, you've been to other
approachable.
gyms. You've been to other
It's
ones.
so
before coming here.
approachable. I was timid first coming here because I did not think I would. I knew I wasn't good. Still aren't. But I just thought it would be like, the normal CrossFit gym, nobody wearing clothes, and it just everybody's jacked out of their minds. But no, it is just
Ooh.
yeah, yeah, right. I like, literally have no clothes on.
Ooh.
Check the video on YouTube for
Yeah,
that
literally have no
image.
clothes. But yeah, it's such an approachable gym, and like that was my mom's. Shout out Vandy Nash, being a beast. But she,
5 a.m. crew.
Yeah,
Yes,
she was
5
so
a.m.
terrified to come, but now she literally talks about it all the time. She loves it.
She loves it.
Loves it.
Yeah, it's
She
that
loves you. She's like, oh my gosh, Hassan was there today.
it's that's kind of a weird part of the culture. So that's people like to protect that part of the culture too, though.
Yeah.
Like where it's grunt and grind.
Yeah.
Everybody's wearing their underwear pretty much, and
Ooh. Ooh.
it's kind of weird. Like I'm not dogging gyms that do that because there's a lot of good people that go to gyms that do that kind of
Absolutely.
stuff too. But that wasn't our goal. Our mission was always to improve the fitness of a large number of
And we
people.
don't knock it,
Yeah,
Do
no,
what
and
you want.
we have people who come and drop in all the time
Yeah.
who come from those gyms, and they're not. It's not like people are looking around at them like, "Ha,
Yeah.
sweatpants,
Yeah.
girl." Like,
Let
no,
me
they're not.
ask
Yeah, why is this shirt off? Yeah, no, and it's not like we're never shirtless around the gym because we
all
definitely
the time.
are. But
Again, check video.
check the video now. But yeah, the goal was never to be elitist. It wasn't. We never had any competition goals. Even when Dogtown was started, I kind of talked about this, I think, in the Jerk Block talk this week, but it was literally 2 nights a week for 1 hour, and
Yeah.
it was just people from our CrossFit classes who were interested in weightlifting. And
Yeah.
then COVID happened, and we said, all right, let's go all in.
Yeah.
And so,
Never in my life
Make a run of this.
joining Dogtown did I think my number one goal would be to compete Olympic weightlifting, and now it's all I think about.
unless you come in and tell me, I want to compete in Olympic weightlifting, my goal for you is never that you're going to be an Olympic weightlifter.
Yeah.
It's to make sure that you can do the snatch and the clean and jerk to the best you can and then get stronger.
Yeah.
If you decide at some point that you're interested in competing, great. At that point, we'll do it. But we never start with, oh, you look pretty good.
Yeah.
You can move
You're
all right.
competing.
Yeah, you're competing
Yeah,
next
no.
Tuesday. Like, that's never going to be our goal.
Yeah, be there.
5:15.
Yeah, you got to lose 22 pounds. Be there at 5 a.m. I'll see you there.
I think that translates over to the main gym as well. Like, a lot of people's exposure to functional fitness was competitions that you saw on ESPN or CBS or YouTube.
Or Instagram Grid League. Shout out Satchel for sending me.
That is crazy.
That stuff is ridiculous.
That's
You can just scroll through their reels and you'll just be
They're
flabbergasted.
going hard.
Yeah, that's weird.
But if that's your only exposure to this, it's like, well, obviously I can't do that. Like, your mom would see that. No, I can't do that.
That's
Butterfly muscle ups.
that's what when my mom used to think about CrossFit, all she thought about was she'd never seen Grid League in her life, but in her mind,
That's what it was,
she
yeah.
imagined.
Yeah, that is the negative
People
side.
doing freaky
But
stuff.
you know, the thing about Grid League that's so weird to me is it's kind of cool. Like, I get the CrossFit's the brand and it kind of owns it, but like, let's just be real. If I'm gonna sit down and watch Grid League or CrossFit on CBS on Saturday afternoon? Do I want to watch?
Look at my leg, okay?
Do I want to watch Frazier ride his bike for an hour, or do I want to watch some
Go
girl
psycho.
do like 30 butterfly muscle ups into a backflip? Because that's what Grid League looks like. If you don't know what a butterfly
Muscle
is,
up.
it's this crazy action where you just
Yeah.
don't ever stop moving, pretty much.
So,
Ugh, and to do it in a
question
muscle.
for Jake: are you going for the 500-pound squat? Are you going to do it?
Going for the 500
Are you
squat.
content with 475?
You're so
Absolutely
close
not.
too.
Absolutely.
Not
content with
not
it?
content or not going. Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean,
wait, go-
whoa, no.
So 500 back squat's one of those things. It's like one of those lifetime.
Hey, you're gonna have to
things.
speak up a little bit, sorry.
It's one of those lifetime things. I 100% want to be like 50 years old and still in good shape, obviously. But
If
like,
I'm walking at 50 years old, I'm happy.
hey, you think that's heavy? I back squat 500 pounds whenever I was your age. Or
Yeah.
something. I want that like dad card that I can play at
Oh,
any
yeah.
point in time. That's the goal. But we're trying.
Yeah.
Trying some different things. We're building it up through Dogtown first. I'm not going on a squat specific program or anything
Pacific,
like
like the
Pacific.
ocean.
Pacific,
Yeah.
not Atlantic.
We're not going to California to squat. But
Go to Cal
yeah,
Squat.
it's on the mind.
Okay. So, Zach, I wanted to ask you, what happens if we take an athlete to nationals, one of our athletes, what happens if one of them win? Does anything happen?
Money, money,
Yeah,
money,
that's
money.
kind of not something we've ever really thought about, not worried about. So we kind of talked about this the other day. U25 is kind of this in-between slot at nationals. So you've got junior nationals and you've got
How old is junior?
21.
yeah,
Ish.
it's different. It almost like runs along with some other classes. So essentially here how this works is they break them down into age groups up until 21. At 21, there's U25 or I believe senior at that point. I'd have to go back and look. We don't have any senior. I'm the only one who's ever competed as a senior athlete, so I wouldn't even know.
That's after 25.
And I think you can start here. I can look it up, but I believe you can start lifting under. Like I think CJ is going to lift as a senior athlete because he wants to compete at the Olympics.
Will he?
Yes.
I believe so. I believe he's on the team. I don't.
It's all world team.
Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't be.
Is there a difference in the Team USA and World Team?
Yeah. So there's athletes who qualify for different levels. Oh, Jake's out.
Whew.
There's athletes that qualify for different levels of competition, and so like our world team members are those like Wes Kitts, Maddie Rogers, the ones you see on Instagram all the time.
Maddie is?
Yeah, she's a world team member. Kate and I. That's a super specific. At that point you win, then you're a national champion. One, and then two, there's definitely, abilities past that for competition and elevation. I bet I would have to dig into it and really.
That's just so cool to me.
Yeah, weightlifting is a cool sport in that matter. That there's the pinnacle is the Olympics. That's the goal.
Yeah.
But there's all these levels you can reach. There's Pan Ams on the international stage. At that point, you're talking about
I didn't know Wes was that good.
Olympian,
Yeah, I did not know that.
Pan American champion, and
3 times.
record holder
Yeah.
in the 109. Yeah, he's a big dude. Gnarly.
Is there a weight class after 109 or is it just
Super
When does that happen?
109 plus.
Oh, so you can be 350 pounds if you felt like it.
Yeah, like
There's some 400s.
yeah, there's some big dudes.
So
Lot-
Wes competes against them.
No, he's one class below that.
So he is 109.
He is in the 109
So it's
class.
like 113 is up or
110, and he's in the super heavy.
oh 109 is the max.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. So
Yeah, Wes is a big dude though.
your goal is to get
Boy,
as
boy,
close.
abs.
Does he?
Yeah, he's shredded. Is to get as close to the qualifying weight as possible without stepping over. That's the goal.
What's next?
Did y'all see that attempt to break the 502 deadlift today? So Thor set the 501,
Yeah.
and now some dude tried to do 502.
Thor.
Half Thor
Half
that
Thor. It's
plays
like-
the mountain in Game
It's
of
like
Thrones.
huge.
I thought Eddie Hall had
He
it.
had 500.
Thor hit
Thor had
501.
501.
Where?
At home. Like in his gym.
Yeah, like
They live streamed it.
we actually talked about it on the podcast a while back. I don't remember.
Dang, Eddie Hall got beat.
And
I was
now
trying
they're
to
in a box.
Yeah, Eddie Hall and Thor are gonna box.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
Next
100%.
September, I think.
What do y'all think about Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fighting?
Have you heard the interviews with him? Oh, here I found it. The video. Let's see
Yeah.
if he gets it. Oh, this is riveting stuff, people. I'll try to.
502 kilos would absolutely blow my back out.
I'll try to post the video. If
502 kilos would laugh at me.
I feel like I could lay down on the amount of plates that they put on. the
Yeah,
bar.
absolutely.
uh
I couldn't
oh
box him.
Lord,
They get
He,
it?
oh my gosh.
his whole body's
His whole
convulsing.
body.
Hopefully
Yeah.
you can see it here. I think he's bleeding.
Did his nose start bleeding?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's
definitely bleeding.
Oh my gosh, that
He
dude
is?
looked like a whole
He hit it.
tomato.
Jesus.
I know, that's
That can't be
crazy.
good for you.
He shook.
No,
I mean, like,
he's got
whole
people like holding him
seizure.
up.
Is that Makarov or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like
He-
as soon as he hit his knee, it was like.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I can put the video in there because that was crazy.
What do y'all think about Steffi Cohen's deadlift?
I think she's a freak.
She pulls so hard from the floor, and once it moves a half a centimeter, it's like, phew, straight up.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
And she does like, what's her? It's like 4 times body weight at this point or something like
It's
that.
almost 5 times. her
Yeah,
body.
it's
Absolute
insane.
Animal.
That whole gym's crazy though. So that's where Fernando Reyes is.
Really?
Yeah, he moved up here to teach weightlifting there.
Where's the gym?
Miami.
So what are the?
Her boyfriend, husband, fiance, Hayden Bowe is extremely strong too as a power lifter. He's there. They have some CrossFit athletes in there too now. Forget who all's there.
Frazier's been there. Fukowski's been there.
Yeah, Hunter Elam was working out there like a week ago. She's another good weightlifter from America. They have a lot of people that go down there and lift and stuff. Strong, man.
What are the best weightlifting gyms in the USA?
Dogtown Barbell Club, North
Dogtown
Little Rock,
Barbell Club,
Arkansas.
Obviously.
No.
Number 2, Cal Strength.
Yeah. Yeah, Cal Strength are probably on the West Coast. West Side for powerlifting is the
Is
mecca.
that at Miami?
No, West Side's in Columbus, Ohio. It's Louis Simmons, and they're the strongest gym in the world. He's got more 1,000-pound back squats and deadlifts.
He's back what's 1,000 pounds.
He has it's a bunch. He's got more than, we're talking about untested, in gear, true.
The guy on the board is squatted like 1,400.
Yeah, they've got some freaks. Hybrid, which
Back
is
squatted.
Back squat.
Hybrid is Steffi's gym, and
3 times as
then
much as me.
Mash had his gym, but he sold it.
Who? Mash?
Mash, and he had Hunter Elam, he had Morgan McCullough, he had a bunch of really young lifters who are freak. Like Morgan's 16 and has 20 minutes of 400-pound clean and jerks on Instagram or on his YouTube.
That's insane.
Insane.
20 minutes. That's the number that baffles me more than
100-pound deadlift to me is like
hard.
I don't
Yeah,
even say pretty hard. I would say very hard.
yeah, can feel it. Yeah, so it's impressive stuff for sure.
Who is going to win the CrossFit Games? Since we already brought that up.
Oh, we already talked
Matt.
about this. Matt Frazier is going to win the CrossFit Games.
I don't think anybody is even close to Matt.
Yeah,
and Tia.
I don't think
I think
it's.
it's
It's
gotten
like-
worse.
I think
It's gotten further.
I think if anything, the women's side will be tighter. I don't think
even
T.
think it will.
I don't think T has ever been that crazy. Like I know she's had these big margins of victory,
She's
but
so good at everything.
I don't think her. I just don't. I guess I watched her do it. The first year she won, she almost lost.
Almost.
Like
To Katrin, right?
no to
Cara Webb.
yeah, Cara Webb, the other Australian. But Frazier, other than last year, has pretty much said, "Screw everyone,
Yeah.
I win."
You're not better.
Yeah. Last year Noah ran at him and made him compete at the end,
But
but
it's like this year's like Noah's not even.
I don't think Noah's that good this year.
Noah sucks.
I don't think-
First of all, anybody watching Noah Olsen can go die in a hole.
No, don't do that. But
We're hating. That's it.
but I just don't think he's watching that Buttery Bros episode. He just
He was getting smashed by his own.
by his own training
Training
partners. Yeah,
Number 1, I just don't like to hear him talk. Number 2,
yeah. Dogtown, not a
Not a
big fan. Although way stronger, way
Oh,
fitter
yeah,
than
I
all
mean-
of us.
if my athleticism's here, he's like you can't even see. his
Yeah,
movements,
it's
but
through the roof. But
he's a beast. But
he doesn't know us, and so we're gonna talk crap.
yeah, if he came here, I'd be like, oh my god, Noah. You know, I mean, I've nothing said but anything but good things about you.
Sign my forehead now.
Son, my baby.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't even look at him like.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And
my core body
Satchel's out.
temperature's about 3.
Oh, Satchel's out. And we lost them both from the tub.
It's a goner.
He just fart.
No.
I'm going to have to edit this video pretty hard.
Cool.
There's lots of butts from people getting out of the tub popping in front of the
Shout
single
out Matty
camera.
Cakes, Satchel Cakes.
I'm pretty sure you're too far away from the mic to hear that.
I picked this mic up.
We're going to have every athlete in America chasing us down. What'd you say about me?
Feels weird to have your core frozen.
Yeah. It's like you're trying to break the ice up in there. Wait, it's wild.
Warm up a little bit.
It's still cold in there?
Jump on in.
There's no.
I
Come
follow
on, son.
this.
You're
No,
You said you were
because
getting in, right?
like the
That's how I
sun.
get in.
I was because I have a black shirt on. Like,
That's the difference. This black shirt's not gonna allow me to
no,
get in there.
like in the sun, and I'm like soaking up all this stuff. And
It was. It
so I was
felt
like,
better when that sun was out,
"Jeez,
I'll
when
tell
is it
you
gonna
that.
end?" And then I'm like, "I'm probably gonna jump in. Y'all legs are gonna hurt." But then it went down. I was like, "Oh, thank you,
So here's
Jesus."
the deal. There's not any ice anymore.
Alright.
Okay, we've taken the worst of
The
it.
fall for you, bud.
Yeah, we fell on the sword. Now it's time for you to get
Yeah, just go ahead and jump in.
First of all, that would be
Alright.
ridiculous. if
Come
you
on.
got in it. Are you gonna do it?
He's going to do it.
I
in.
probably
this is,
am.
now it gets
I
interesting.
mean, Dad, you gotta tell him in the room, right? You gotta tell him in your
I
car.
don't know. We'll
we'll
figure
figure
it
it
out.
out.
Alright.
What happens when your dad's half your age or twice your age?
Morgan Jackson commented on my video. He said, "Why do I feel like you cut it before the
Oh
best part?"
my gosh! It is cold in there.
Oh, you got to get in now.
Yeah,
You
no,
committed.
I
You
ain't
committed.
Come
Let's
on,
go.
yeah.
Cold
You got to get in. Let's
Come on,
go.
son.
It's cold.
All right, you're on video. The whole world's going to see you wimp out. Let's go.
They probably are gonna see me.
Get on in, son.
We don't whip out.
Just jump in.
Jump in.
Just dive for it. Yeah,
So
just
if
go.
I jump
So-
in, can I get out?
That's not. Here's the deal.
No,
If
see,
you
never
just
say.
get in really fast, it's gonna hurt really bad for like 5 seconds. Then you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, just go for it.
But if you try to like dip your toe in, then your ankle, then your knee, it's gonna be so much worse.
Well, see, I already feel like I'm anemic because I'm always cold.
Oh my gosh, get in the
Bro.
tub.
Get
You
in
got
like a
5 second
freaking
countdown.
man.
3.
I'm whipping out
No.
now.
No, you getting in,
Come
bro.
on, son.
It is cold in there.
All right, so ice bath or walking home?
Oh.
Walking home, I'm finna go.
He's like calculating the miles.
I'm gonna go get like some chargers or something, like in the dealership over there.
Get in that bath.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
This thing is cold. This is as cold as my water that I drink, and even that.
Yeah,
don't
I really
like
honestly
soda.
don't blame you.
Yeah, not at all.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll probably do it next time, but not this time. There is no next time, so yeah.
What gets the most sore on y'all from lifting so much?
What is the most sore?
What gets like the most like? What you feel like you need to rest so much, like pulling from the floor?
My calves.
Yeah.
No kidding.
that's from sitting on your toes when you're trying to catch the ball.
Really?
That's it.
My quads.
It's my lower back.
That's because you.
Ow, what the
Yeah.
heck?
Just ripping it so many
Ripping
times.
it over and over again. For me, my quads get pretty lit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right above my knee.
Yeah, my quads get pretty lit up. But we squat a lot.
Yes.
We do squat.
We squat a whole lot. So that's kind of to be
And
expected.
doubling up Dogtown and main gym.
Ain't no joke.
Yeah.
Well, you're
busting up my pants.
well, you're not doubling up. You're only doing like supplemental work in Dogtown, really.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not like it's a true double dip. All right. Well, we know this has been sporadic as we have had 2 guests. Our first guests.
I mean,
Second
what else
guess.
do you expect whenever you got 2 guys in an ice tub?
This is true.
As well.
This is also only our second guest ever.
This is true.
I think.
Who was the first guest?
No, we've had 3. We had Chris first.
Big
Yep.
Chris.
No, Chris Morris.
Morris.
Then
Shout out
Yeah.
Big Chris.
Yeah.
Defending our country.
in
Yeah.
Djibouti.
In,
Yeah.
in Djibouti.
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 Shout out Big Chris.
That's it.
Actually, straight up wearing Big Chris shoes.
Yeah.
Hey!
Big boys. No, not Air Force
Oh,
Ones,
man,
but
yeah, shout
But
out
they
Big
Jordan.
Chris.
my Jordan 1.
And defending our country. You know they put an assault bike on his plane? They like loaded it with like a rower assault bike.
Did
He's
they
like, oh
really?
yeah, I'm getting down. I'm there.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Second guest was
They brought it.
Sam.
Sam, yep.
We
Yeah.
talked about
I
Sam's
remember that.
intro to CrossFit and kind of just how they got into it, and
He's
then
improving.
this was kind of like the boys of Dogtown took
Yeah.
over the Align Movement podcast for the day.
Yeah.
This may turn into the Jerk Blog Talk podcast by the end of the day. But no, seriously, this week we've got some good stuff going on, both in Dogtown as well as in the main gym. Jake, you got any highlights you just want to hit while we wrap it up?
Yeah, we're a little bit of a ramp up, more or less. We get to put some things. Turn that around. Turn that around right now. We get to test some things because we've been working pretty hard on building some aerobic bases, building some barbell cycling, and we're gonna see how much that's paid off. So I'm excited about that.
Very cool. If you're interested in just seeing some of the lifts that get thrown down in Dogtown, follow me on Instagram at Dogtown_Zach. We are doing a new kind of coach's corner every day or two, breaking down one of the movements of one of the lifters, some things they're working on, some things that we see in their lifts. Other than that, as always, our mission is to develop strong humans, create strong families, and build a strong community. And with that, we're going to say see ya.
See you guys.
Deuce.
Peace out.
See you guys.